You know, when you think about Fort Worth, you might think of the Stockyards, Bass Hall, TCU. But this morning, I've got my camera to take you on a self-guided tour of the city's rich African-American history, as narrated by somebody who's called Cowtown home her whole life.
I'm Glenda Thompson, a Fort Worth native. Fort Worth represents a rich African-American history. Let's start with downtown Central Station. This is the home of the Great Wall of African-American history, commemorating the Black Business District that was very relevant and thriving in Fort Worth from 1865 to 1965. At 1012 Evans Avenue, you'll find the Evans Plaza. This was designed as a community come-together place. These are great visuals for education and just for understanding a deeper part of the Fort Worth African-American culture. At 600 Grove Street, you'll find the Mount Gilead Baptist Church. It was organized in 1875, and it's the oldest continuously operating African-American church in Fort Worth. At the T&P building, you'll find the Freedom Train by artist Jeff Godfrey. The artwork commemorates the former colored waiting room and honors the contributions of the African-American railroad workers and Pullman porters. Located at 1131 Stewart Street, you'll find the home of Dr. Veda Felder. Dr. Felder was the first African-American to receive an advanced degree at Bride Divinity School. She invited her personal friend, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., to speak in Fort Worth. My hope is that these sites will inspire you to explore Fort Worth's rich, diverse culture.
Now, these are just a few of the landmarks found throughout Fort Worth commemorating the city's African-American history and the many people who played a role in it. If you'd like to see even more stops on that self-guided tour, you can search for it at fortworth.com, and I'll also be posting a link on my Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook pages. All right, still to come.